Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Bourbon. I also write as Winnie Archer. Today I'm Melissa Bourbon, that's my hat. I am here to talk to you today about the release of Murder in Devil's Cove. This is book one in the Book Magic Mystery series, and I'm really excited to share a little bit about it with you because I love this series and I love this book, maybe more than anything I've written, and I've written, 21, 22 books, so that's saying a lot. Murder in Devil's Cove, the first book in the Book Magic Mystery, would not be if it was not for my good friend Wendy Lynn Watson. Wendy and I used to live just a couple of blocks away from each other in North Texas. She still lives there. I live now in North Carolina. We used to walk and plot and brainstorm together, and one time a couple of years ago she was telling me about this idea she had for this bibliomancy mystery series. I was immediately intrigued and honestly a little bit jealous that I hadn't come up with the idea myself. Lucky for me, Wendy did not have a chance to write this book because she's busy writing her other series and she teaches at the university. And so when we were talking earlier this year, maybe, in my opinion, the best thing to come out of 2020 was the fact that we decided to collaborate on this series. I am so thrilled that she was willing to share this idea with me. And what we have done is come up with a whole entire plot that centers around Cora Lane, which is Wendy's character, and Pippin Lane Hawthorne, which is my character, who are cousins. So Cora lives in Oregon, in Laurel Point, and Pippin lives in Devil's Cove, in the village of Devil's Cove, or on the island of Devil's Cove. So if you're a purist, you would say, I guess, on Devil's Cove, on the Outer Banks in North Carolina. So, and they're cousins. And they don't really know each other, so there's that. And so the story begins with Murder in Devil's Cove, when Pippin and her twin brother Gray, a little nod to Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, which is revealed more in the book. So if you're a Tolkien fan, here you go. So they inherit their parents' house, which is a beach house on Devil's Cove. And they go about renovating. Their father's boat is dry docked there. And through this process, they discover an old crime, a decades-old crime that Pippin then needs to turn to her bibliomancy, which she doesn't really understand, in order to get to the bottom of this crime. I just adore this book. So there's a library with their old friend that comes back into her life, Daisy, and then there's Devil's Brew Cafe, and then there's the Open Door Book Shop that is Jamie, who is a brainiac who helps her in some facets solve this crime. They'll all be coming back in subsequent books. Devil's Cove is an awesome place. It's a place I would love to live, and I have a map of it on my website if you're interested. So this is book one. Book two, Death at Cape Misery, comes out December 1st, and that introduces Cora. But in each book, a little piece of the puzzle is revealed about the bigger story about the Lane women, and so we alternate these books. So mine is today. Wendy's first one comes out December 1st, and then the third one that I'm writing, Murder at Sea Captain's Inn, will come out in the spring, etc., and then we write the final one together, which gives the big kind of reveal about this Lane family, gift or curse, depending on how you look at it, of bibliomancy. So it's gotten some great early reviews, which I'm so excited about. Ellery Adams, super awesome mystery writer, has read it and loved it, and she's given a cover quote, this is an advanced reader copy, so it's not on this book, but you can see that on Amazon or on my website. But she loved it, which is awesome. And then Drew Ann Love from Drew's Book Musings. She's an author advocate and a mystery lover extraordinaire. She read it and also loved it, which is very high praise, but she reads so many mysteries and has very high standards. So thank you, Drew. Lots of advanced readers have read it and given awesome reviews on Goodreads, already some on Amazon. So I hope you will check out this book. I'm so proud of it, and I'm really thrilled that it's finally out there for people to read. And if you read it, I would love to hear your thoughts. You can learn more on my website, melissabourbon.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, obviously, YouTube. So give it a read, Book Magic Mysteries, Murder in Devil's Cove, and I hope you love it. Happy reading.